Hey guys, how's it going? Well, today we're doing some more work on the 2007 Chevy Silverado. Today we are installing it's called a 4 high beam, or 4 light beam relay kit thingy. This will work on 2003 to 2007 Chevy Silverados. The thing this does is when you turn your high beams on the newer trucks, I think they went back to the older style on the 07s, the newer body styles. But when you turn your high beams on, basically your low beam will go out. And you can see far, but your lighting in front of you is limited. So this relay ties into your yellow low beam wire and your green high beam wire on the driver's side here. And you basically use these connectors they give you. I'll show you them. And you connect yellow to yellow and green to green. Then you trying to find a place to mount this relay. It's got a hole in it for mounting. I'm thinking down in there somewhere, or like in the front here, in there somewhere. I don't know. Then you take this wire, which I wrapped with wire loom. Little spot there. But it's a fused wire. And this has constant power because it hooks into your battery box here, if I can get it open. Hooks right into there on that bolt. And then that's constant. Then that'll go to this relay. And then this, like I said, this is the ground. And this relay will have power. I'm not exactly 100% sure how it works. So then when you tie these in, when you put your high beams on, your low beams will come on. But when your low beams are on, your high beams won't. Because you could easily wire the yellow to the yellow and the green to green. But then when you turn on your high beams, your low beams will be on. But when you turn on your low beams, your high beams will be on. So won't be any advantage there. So yeah, we're going to figure out where to mount this and get hooking it up. I'll show you the process for that. Hopefully. Hey guys, you're watching John Deere 50D on YouTube TV. Okay, so here are the instructions. It's made by Mean Green Electrical. 4-high relay, 4-high headlight relay. 2003 to 2007 Chevy trucks. The link will be in the description on eBay for this. Basically, it just gives you a little diagram there. And the directions, I'm going to go slow for you, so you can pause as you need. We're going to go from 1 to 5. If you're doing this, pause there. And then 5 to 11. It's a big piece of paper. Could almost get them all in one shot. Hang on. There you go. Save that screenshot. And yeah, so basically tells you remove this. The directions are a little screwed up in the beginning here. It says remove both battery cables from your vehicle's battery. Open hood. Well, the battery's under the hood, so you would open the hood first. So, the open hood, remove driver's door, side headlamp, blah 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 from the truck. Pull the loom back. Basically, just tells you connect the green wire to the green wire. Sorry about that. So yeah, it says green wire to green wire, yellow wire to yellow wire. Ground the black wire to bare metal ground, which isn't really 100% necessary. You don't need bare metal ground. run the red power wire through the core support, whatever that is. Remove 11/16 nut on power source, which is that little red box you've seen there. Double check connections, make sure all connections are taped, no wires are pinched, and no wires are moving parts. Install your vehicle's headlamp. In step 2, in reverse, turn on vehicle's headlamp to ensure proper operation by confirming that the low beams are on with the high beams, and the high beams are off when the low beams are on. You have now finished installing the Mean Green Electrical 4-high relay kit. So yeah, like I said, now hopefully we're going to get connecting the connectors, and I'll show you the supplied connectors. These are the Scotch things, they call them. Basically, you put your green, you'd put your green wire in there from the headlight, and your other green wire from the relay, and pinch that metal piece you see sticking down there, push that in, and then flip this metal cap, or this plastic cap, over, and that should pinch the 2 wires and connect them. They give you 2 self-tapping screws for mounting the ground and the relay. So yeah, I'm gonna get throwing this together now. Throwing this relay on. Okay, so you just got the hole tapped out there for the relay to mount. We got some of this anti-seize. You usually put this on like nuts and bolts, and basically so it'll stop something from rusting, and you put them on aluminum wheels so the aluminum don't fuse itself to like the metal. So for rust protection, no, it's hard to see that hole, but gonna dab this on there and in there. And we're also gonna put it on the screw before we put it back in, so that'll that'll sort of stop the hole from rusting there. So yeah, now we're going to get mounting. We're going to mount that switch, and then we're going to hook the wires up. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you got your connector on your current wire, and you want to shove your other wire in there. Shove that in there. Then you want to take your pliers, take this and squeeze down on it. You see that metal piece is pushed in now. Now your wires are locked in there. And we just take this cap here, close it up. Now that should work. So before I put it back together, I'm going to try it, make sure. And yeah, now we're going to do the same thing to the green side. Okay, so now we're going to take our 10mm, loosen up this rod here. Okay, so we got our rod loose. Okay, we're gonna get this ground hooked up. Okay, so we got our ground hooked up. Took this bolt out, tied it to the bolt, and we're gonna hook the power up to the battery box here, so we can test her out. Trying to find a spot here. Okay, so the battery is live, so just be careful doing this. Oh. Okay, so now we are going to hook our thing up, so it's got power now. So you can't see, but frick's sakes. Alright, we're gonna have to do some more work here. Success! Yeah, we got her hooked up, right? The high beams are on now. There's the high, there's the low. That one's not in yet, but I tested that with the tester and that worked. So, you know, the high beams are on and the low beams. When I turn the low beams on, the high beams are off. So that's what you're going for. So, and the low beams are now. And there it is. That's low beam. High beams off, low beams on. Same way over here. This one's only on. You know, I tested them with the wire tester. So we're just gonna leave the high beams on for now and check for make sure nothing's getting hot. Oh, we're sitting here staring into the light, going blind. So far, no flickering, so that's good. Knock on plastic. But yeah, we're going to go check the connections here and make sure nothing's getting hot. And hopefully, when it gets dark, we'll take it for a ride and make sure the lights work properly and we don't get no flickering driving. Well, there it is, a successful install, and you guys got to see it. Not that it's anything special, but if any of you guys, I made this in case any of you guys have trucks like this, or any kind of truck that does that. It's basically the same. So, To review, put the relay in there. Wire loom everything, of course. It, well, almost looks factory. But wire loom through this rubber boot here, or flap, which actually had cuts in it already. So that worked out good right there. We got our connector in there. There's our light plug, and basically the yellow and green come out of here. They split. The green goes out that way. The yellow comes through this one, and the yellow goes into this harness here, which goes into there. Then after it comes from the relay, it's hard to see, but it goes down by this box here. This is it here. It comes up from around the bottom. This is actually the fog light wire that me and my dad put in. But then this runs through here to the fuse and to the box. So we didn't get no flickering, like I said. We didn't get no heat anywhere that I know. We're going to drive it tonight and make sure that nothing is hot or melting, or make sure the lights aren't flickering when you're hitting bumps, stuff like that. But the link will be in the description for the NICs if you want to get some. You could buy them probably at an auto parts store if you want. I'm just going to put the link in the description for Amazon. But yeah, so now we're going to get plopping the headlight back in. Oh, there's the headlight back in. Basically just falls into these two slots down in there, and then as you put this pin in, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze. There wasn't much room for the stock wires back there, but sort of crushed the wire loom a bit. Not in there, but more like right in there. But yeah, so it's oil tire fit in stock. It almost looks stock though, the install. And that's the look I was going for, basically, you know. You don't want to look like some friggin', chicken shit wiring around. Going with that word. But some foobarred, little wiring, and looks a lot more professional and stock and wire loom. And kind of hidden like that, you know what I mean? I mean, the fuse don't look stock. If that fuse wasn't right there, you probably wouldn't even give a second look. But I mean, the fuse sort of kind of little gives it away, but it's not too bad. And the relay's kind of hidden there. The relay got warm, but I'm thinking it's from the radiator being, right there. Because the right side was warm, but the left side wasn't so much. So, what are the odds, eh? Made in USA. This truck's 90% USA, Canada, 10% other country. So, I don't know. 10% is probably a big chunk, You figure all the stuff that's on this. But, yeah, so I'll give you a little overview of the truck another day. But yeah, there it is. Sort of a how-to video. How to wire up a 4-high headlight wire. So, yeah, there it is. So, we're going to wait till it gets dark, and we'll do a night drive. Okay, so this camera blows in low light. That's about 100 times brighter than what the camera's picking up. But yeah, so here's the low beam, and if any of you guys know would, if any of you guys have any of these trucks, you know what they look like on high beam with no low beams. Actually, if you pull this lever over here back, that'll actually kick on your high beams and low beams at the same time. There's high beam. Yeah, it shows brighter out there. Still not as bright as they are. See if they flicker. Yeah, works pretty good. So there it is, guys. 2007 Chevy Silverado with the 4-high relay kit. Like I said, link in the description for the relay kit and link in the description for that NICs. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe.